This video is for race drivers who are thinking about using crowdfunding websites to fund their driving, to get cash in. Now, there's lots of different opinions. I've heard of race drivers or seen race drivers on there that have crashed their car. This was a British touring car driver, crashed his car and needed the money to repair the car. So he put his campaign on GoFundMe and got enough money together to start to pay for the repairs to get back on track. Amazing. Well, why not? It's free money. People want to help. People want to be a part of the journey, and they just click on the link and give you some money. However, I've had other drivers say, I don't really want to go on there because it might harm my personal brand. It looks like I'm begging. But to be honest, if you're on your backside and you're really working so hard to get on the track, on the grid, you'll do anything. And I'm always saying, get different income streams. Get as much money in as you can, no matter how you do it. Working jobs, asking people, getting sponsorship, doing B2B, pleading with teams to give you a cheap drive so you can get the budget down. You do anything you can to get on that grid. And that's what my book Get the Drive's all about. It's not called How to Get Sponsorship, really. It's called Get the Drive because there's numerous ways that you can get your backside in that race seat. And GoFundMe and places like that and crowdfunding websites, they give you yet another string to your bow. I'm not going to say that you're going to find all your budget on there, but if you're aiming for championships that are fairly low, you know, not massively expensive, costing millions or hundreds and hundreds of thousands, but it's a kind of club championship or something where you just need a top up, it can work. Now, if you take a look at these websites like GoFundMe, you can see that there's loads of different campaigns, and you probably know about this website already. Now, if I just click in here and put racing drivers, you can see there's quite a few people campaigning to get money in and show more like 500 plus results. So as a quick disclaimer, you're not going to be the only one. There's plenty of drivers doing this already, but it might mean that it's working. For example, take a look at this GB4 driver. This is somebody who obviously needs money to get back racing. If you quickly read it, it's Brandon, 20 years old from Northern Ireland, 2 pole positions, a win, and 2 podiums so far, won the shootout. So this driver is like, look, I've proven that I'm fast. I just need the cash to get on track and just to carry on this championship campaign. Is there anybody out there that can help me? And so far today, there's £4,325 raised towards his 10 grand target. So it might not sound a lot because the championship probably costs about 200 grand, right, to do the whole thing. But 4,300, that's a test day. That's a good chunk towards doing a race weekend as well. So you've got to think that he hasn't had to do much apart from put this page up, put his story on there, a few photos, and then he's on his way. He's got a page that's raising money for him, and that's free money, for God's sake. So you can't really turn your back on it. Let's take a look at this one. 27,000 Canadian dollars raised for somebody who wants to go racing, and that you can't sniff out. That's brilliant. So it shows that it can actually work, right? There's plenty of drivers with zeros, but there's plenty of drivers with thousands. And that's when it gets interesting, because what I want you to do, whenever you're trying to find money or, give someone something in order for you to get something back, you've got to really paint a picture. On these websites, they've got the people that have really made success of it, they've got a good story. The way they've written their copy, the photos they've put up, it actually gets you engaged and takes you on the journey with them. And as soon as you start to do that, you might just get somebody who will click and put a bit of money in. Even if it's $20 or pounds, it's still people contributing towards your racing. And you can't really ignore that, right? That's amazing because there's billions of people out there. If you put your story out there and people give lots of little donations, who knows how much that can add up to. But you've got to have a good story. You can't just say, I'm a race driver, I really want to do it, chase my dreams. That doesn't seem to work. When I'm watching this, it's more like, this is my journey so far. This is how much it means to me. This is how much I'm working on it. And then people start to engage. So write out your story and actually try different things. See if you can edit the story and see if it gets more traction, to see if you can actually have a campaign that pulls on the heartstrings of people. As you can see, the 2 that are succeeding have got quite a lot of copy, and they take you on the journey and they give you updates as well. And the pictures are also really good. Passionate. Now, this is obviously the GoFundMe website, which I keep mentioning, but there's plenty of others that you can look into and see if you can do multiple different crowdfunding websites. And there's even websites for race drivers specifically, this open fender. I only found out about this one when I was doing a coaching session with one of my drivers, and he's like, I'm going to go on there. And it actually looks all right. I think you'll get more traction and more interest on the GoFundMe because there's more traffic. There's millions of people going through that website and looking and wanting to donate. But I'd never say never. Try this one as well. And maybe there's other motorsport ones you can find. So once you've done that, once you're really happy with your page, you're like, right, that is my story. It's great. It's gripping. I've asked people to read it and give me some honest opinions on what it looks like. Is it something you want to invest in or help with? I would then think about how, because it'll give you a link, right? You've got your own link. Anyone can just click on and donate. They make it really easy for people to donate. You've got that to hand out anywhere. You've got that to put on your race car. So anyone interested, wants to be a part of the journey, click that or go to this URL and you can be part of it. You're enjoying it and I'll give you a thank you message or whatever you want to do. On that side, just before I get carried away, you've got to be careful that you don't just put up a sponsorship package on there because I don't think you're allowed to do that. It's donation. But I'm thinking there's nothing stopping somebody. I mean, just find this out first. Disclaimer, find this out first. But I think if you were to have on your race car a list of names, thanking the people that have donated, say if they've donated over 100 or something, don't tell them that. Everyone donated 100 gets on the car. Don't say that because that could be sponsorship again. But you put like a big thank you name list on the side of the car, just the names in small for people that have donated towards your racing. And you take that photo and you even put that on the website, maybe if you think it's not crossing the line, or on your social media saying, look at these people. Thank you to all these people that have donated towards my racing. And when other people see that, they're like, oh, I want to be a part of this. So you kind of get a stir up, you know, people wanting to join, everybody putting money into your car. That is a clever way. I think I've seen people say, if you donate so much, I'll send you a cap. But that's when you get on the air of like, no, now you're being naughty. I think the website might kick you off if you start to trade caps for money. So be careful, but there's no problem really. If the donators are happy for you to give them a shout out and it gets buzz, like I say, it gets people seeing. So you can do that. But anyway, back to you having a link. You've got this link, it's URL / your name, your campaign, and you just give that to anyone and everyone. People down the pub, if you've got friends down the pub, people at race weekends, on your business card, if you still have business cards, it's on there. It makes it easy for people to find you and just start to donate towards your racing. Again, this can be magical if you have a good story and promote it. Get it on Linktree, on your Instagram, so the link is in the bio, that kind of thing, on every single social media. Launch it on your social media. Say, look, I've set up this, just one post, that'll do. And bring people up to speed now and then. So once a month, once every 2 months on social media, on your channels, show how much money you've raised. Once you start to get going there, people will see it and they go, oh yeah, I meant to put some money in here. Here's 10, here's 20, here's 100, here's 200. Who knows how much? So you've got to create the buzz around your campaigns, by the way. This is on you. Don't just put it up there and just sit back and wait for people to find it. You've got to push it in their face and actually show them that they can contribute and be a part of your journey. And then who knows where it's going to go. Again, I wouldn't depend on this. It's just an income stream. It's one of the 10 things that you're going to be doing, maybe 20 things to get money in for your racing. Getting money in for your racing is a full-time job.